The near side of Jansen, back to O'Day, he scores! And it's Matt O'Day that absolutely destroys the puck into the back of the Evansville net. Here comes Roanoke on a breakaway chance. Matt O'Day, right wing circle, his shot, he scores! Roanoke leading 3-2. The shot scored off the face-off win. It's Matt O'Day, and the Dogs' lead is extended to 2 with 14:44 to go in the third.
We're here with number 15, alternate captain and defenseman, Matt O'Day. Matt, first of all, congratulations on everything that you all accomplished this season. I want to first start off by hearing your thoughts on this. When did you know how special this team was going to be heading into the season? Was it kind of in the summer while you guys were still away, during camp, or later on? When did you have that first realization that you guys were going to be capable of accomplishing this ultimate goal?
Probably at the end of last season. You know, when we saw the emotion on everybody's faces, we knew what guys were coming back, and we knew that the pieces that we had were really good, and we just needed to fill in a couple of cracks with the guys that were retiring. And so I would say the emotion from the end of last season, you kind of could tell that going into this season we were ready to rock, and I mean the results speak for themselves.
You've been a really talented player during your time here in Roanoke, but even more, you've been extremely adaptable out there on the ice. Whether you're out on the wing, whether you're playing as a center, but mostly you've ended up honing your game as a defenseman here in the last couple of seasons. Even this season, you were still moved around to every position other than goaltender, it felt like. But why do you think that is the case, that you kind of end up getting moved around? And what is it like for you and your approach to the game when you know that you might be asked to alter your role within the squad throughout the course of the season?
Injuries happen. It happens with every single team. So there's going to be times that Brems is going to need me to go back up on forward. You know, if we're running 9 forwards that night, he might need to slip me up there, and we run 5D or what have you. So when those situations present themselves, I'm always happy to step up and fill the role. And I would say that it's a pretty easy transition. You know, Brems, he's always making sure that I'm knowing both the routes on forward and D, and obviously, you know, you should know them anyway because it's part of the game, and you have to know that kind of stuff. So I would say the transition for it's pretty easy. You know, I like doing it. I like getting the different aspects of both sides. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
You had a leadership role within this team, but it felt like last year you did as well. Finally this year, you get the A on your chest. You're an alternate captain for the first time. What was it like for you adjusting to that responsibility, and what do you have to say to your teammates, your coaches, and the staff following such a strong season?
I wouldn't say there was much of an adjustment, like you said. I kind of had one of the leadership, non-leadership roles last year. The only difference I would say was it was kind of cool seeing a lot of the rookies, you know, come up to me and stuff like that, ask questions that they didn't know as far as like what our systems were or what they should be doing around the locker room and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a cool adjustment, but yeah, everything else just kind of fell into place. I had some really good leaders to show me by example the year prior, so nothing was too hard for me.
You've now spent 3 seasons here over the past 4 years here in Roanoke. After this past week, what can you tell that might feel different that you've been able to kind of witness change throughout your time here with the Dogs?
So we'll start with the locker room. Every single year I come back, there's a little bit of extra upgrades around the locker room. This year, something small was like we got a fridge with our logo on it. You know, it was cool to walk back in and see that stuff. And every single year, you know, when I walk back in, there's something cool that's added to the locker room. So that was pretty cool.
Just kind of run me through kind of what was going through your head on Tuesday night when you all are storming out to meet Mac. Do you even have words that you'd be able to find kind of for that moment out there on the ice with all of your best friends?
I mean, what they say, a picture's worth 1,000 words. So if you want my words on it, I guess look at the pictures because there's a lot of them that I'm screaming in. There's nothing you can say in that moment besides a couple 4-letter words and stuff like that you can't really say. But yeah, it was just cool. I mean, it was awesome to see, you know, not only your captain, but one of my best friends to score that goal. I think that there was nobody that deserved it more. And it gets really emotional. I'm trying not to get emotional about it right now. It's just you're so happy for a guy like that. You know what I mean? You couldn't be more pumped. So
another great season has come to a close. I'm curious to hear what comes next in the summer for Matt O'Day.
A little bit of off time to recover. I was thinking about picking golf back up, so we'll see. You know, I got the girlfriend and stuff, so we'll see if she allows me to spend time in the course like that. But yeah, just recover, rest, prep for next season, and get ready to run it back.
And Maddie, lastly, I'll just kind of leave it to you. Is there kind of one final message that you'd like to share with folks that are watching this, the community and people around your life that have supported you before we officially close the chapter on the season and look ahead to the offseason?
Well, we'll start with the Roanoke fans and the connections that I've made here. Obviously, you know, I appreciate everybody. The fans stepping up, you know, coming out on a Monday, Tuesday night, whatever it is, always showing out for us. Every time we touch the puck, they're incredibly loud. And the support, you know, off the ice when you get off and you're seeing everybody scream, and then you see, you know, when we're doing the parade downtown to see how many people were out there. I mean, that's incredible. You don't get that in any other team in this league. And to me, that's something that separates Roanoke, and it's something that's really special to me. And then as far as my family members go, I mean, obviously you can't thank them enough. I mean, between my mom and dad taking me to the 6 a.m. practices growing up, constantly encouraging me, despite only making AA teams and stuff like that, to stick with it, you know, to find my stride and keep playing the sport that I love. You know, I can't thank them enough. And then obviously, you know, my brother was down here for the entire week. He was here for the whole celebration. You know, that's my best friend. You know what I mean? I can't thank him enough for the time that he took off of work. I know that he took a good chunk of money out of his pocket to come down here and stuff. And yeah, I really appreciate stuff like that. It's really special to me.
Well, Maddie, thanks so much for your time and for all your hard work this season. Looking forward to getting back after it, buddy.
Thank you.